Hi, this is Mrs. B from Crafty Veg. Today I'll show you how to strain your kefir and how to wash your kefir grains. You can see that this is a jar that I left overnight and it's late afternoon and they're ready to be strained. So this is my kefir that I made in the last 24 hours. You can see there's some whey pockets there at the bottom, so that tells me that the kefir is ready to be strained. So what you'll need for this is a couple of bowls. I used clear bowls so you can see what's going on. A sieve, ideally plastic. I don't have plastic sieve, so for the moment I'm using this one. And also a cloth. So this will allow you to strain your kefir grains really quickly. So I'll show you how to do it. So I am using a clean dishcloth. So this was new, I bought these brand new, and then I washed them really well so that there's no chemicals or anything on them. And now I simply just wash them. After I finish, I wash them with some really hot water and then dry them for the next day. So that's what you'll need. So first of all, let's take a look. Okay. So here it is. You can see that the grains are sort of floating to the top. Not sure if you can see that there. And then the whey is separated at the bottom there. Okay. So let's strain it. So the first thing that you need to do is try and get rid of the whey as much as possible. Otherwise your kefir is going to be very runny. So you do want to try and separate the kefir from the whey. So let's do this. Let's pour it gently in here. Oh, that's good. Okay. So first thing is just to strain it into this first container. Okay. Okay, and you can see that the whey is dripping to the bottom already. And then you do need to have clean hands. And take your towel, your cloth. You can use cheesecloth as well if you've got one. And now you wait. Some of the kefir is going to fall through the holes, but that's okay. Now everywhere you read, it says don't wash your kefir grains. But I found a way to wash them because I like to see what they look like. And I kind of feel that they have a better start if they there's no more kefir left on them. So I'll show you how to actually wash them without any risk. You can see there's a lot of whey at the bottom. Whey is actually very high in protein, so I don't actually throw it away. If you have time, you can just leave it dripping and get more whey out of your kefir. That way your kefir will be thicker and not as runny, if you see what I mean. Okay, so we're almost there. And then what you do is to gently squeeze to get rid of some more whey, clear whey. Okay. And when you start seeing a lot of kefir, so the white stuff pouring through, then we'll switch the bowl to the bowl on the right hand side. Let's squeeze the rest into this bowl here. So I'll just move that to the side. So this is your kefir now. This is what you are going to be eating later. I'll just squish it. So squeeze it gently, because obviously you don't want to squeeze life out of your kefir grains. I'll show you what they look like as well in a minute. Once I've washed them, I'll show you what the kefir grain looks like. I think it's really exciting. And they tend to grow every day. So it's very cool to see. So first time I kind of squeezed the life out of them, but they were fine. So you kind of, with practice, you'll know when to stop. Okay. When you still have like white stuff coming out like this, that's still kefir. Okay. And but you'll know soon when to stop. So this is about it. Okay. Right. So that's now the nice kefir, nice thick kefir. It's quite sour, which is lovely. Okay. So what I do is, how do I wash it now? The secret is put it back into whey and wash it in here. Look at this. So this is the sort of a kefir gloop. And if you scoop that gloop into here, it's perfect way. So safe for the grains, because that's just what they've been working with. So let's just push them down back here. There's not much left now on this, so I think I can now just put it away, ready to be washed in a moment. But if I keep stirring this, so gently touch to the side. I can't believe that there's no information about this online, that you can wash your kefir grains. Everybody says don't do it because you'll kill your grains. But if you wash it in whey, genius. There is nothing bad about it. They'll be absolutely fine. So, okay, I think we are ready. I think you can. Okay, so can you see? I'll show you. That's a nice chunky kefir grain. It's alive. It's alive. It's fantastic. So I think they're ready. They're ready to be put into milk again. I think I'll just go and wash my hands again. I'll be back in a second. Step number 2 is, here's your kefir that you're going to put in the fridge. You can actually leave it outside to ferment for a little longer, and that way it will get a little thicker as well. But here are the grains, and now we need to get them out of that and into the milk again. So, new cloth, again dried and cleaned every day. Now, we pour this out through this cloth again. Look at that, magical. Now, if I now pinch these sides again, squeeze it one more time, or let it to drip. Then, now what I'm going to be left is clean, gorgeous kefir grains for the next batch. I'll show you in a moment what they look like. What a great idea, right? Wash them in whey. Perfect. Okay, now here is a new clean jar. I wash these every day, and I wash it by hand and then I put it in a dishwasher, so it's nice and super clean. And we're going to weigh them, so see how many we have. You've got your scale, you put your jar on top, you turn the scale on, and now let's take a look at the grains. Look at that. Right. There they are. That's the kefir grains. This is what they look like. They're jelly-like, white, sort of yellowish, grainy things, alive things. I think it's fascinating, right? So now let's put this there, and just take your spatula, and then you scoop them out gently back into the jar. So this is, hang on, let me just reset the scale again, because you need to know how many you have, so that you can measure how much milk to apply. Okay, so let's do this. So here we go. That's the kefir grains, nicely washed in whey. Genius. seriously, everyone will tell you don't wash your kefir grains, but I like to see them. I like to see what they look like and how big they are, rather than just seeing them like mixed up with the kefir gloop. So there's 38 grams of kefir grains in here. Okay, I need to wash my hands again. Put it back. So I use Yellow Valley organic free-range milk, whole milk best. Don't use semi-skimmed or skimmed milk. Whole milk is absolutely fantastic. So that was 38 grams of kefir grains. Now, when you buy them, I bought them from Life Kefir Company. Okay. They come with instructions as well. So they'll tell you exactly what to do to start it. And I will do another video on that as well. But I just need to now calculate roughly how much milk I need for 38 grams of kefir grains. So bear with me. Now, the measurements here are per 5 grams of kefir grains. So I need to take my 38 grams divided by 5. That's 7.6. And then I need to multiply that by the amount of milk, depending on the temperature that I have in the room. So in here it's about 23 degrees at the moment. So that would be, I need 140 milliliters of milk per 5 grams of grains. So if I do that times 140, that is 1000 milliliters. Let me just add that in. There you go. People say don't stir it, but I do, because I like to help them out a little bit. So just stir that up a little bit. So nicely, they have new clean home for the next 24 hours. And then I put my another very clean cloth on top with a band, so that's nothing bad goes in there. And then I leave it for 24 hours. And then tomorrow morning we'll start again. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.